Again, working with the MRSA by year data, now that we have created a new column as an indicator for whether or not we have data present or absent, we're going to use that column to create 3 additional columns for numeric data. The first column we're going to create is the number tested. It will be numeric. I need to do a formula and edit formula. This is again a very straightforward if then else conditional. If sufficient data equals sufficient, enter. And then I want this to just be the number from the number tested. So what I want to do is click here and click then number tested. But of course, number tested is a character right now, and so I need it to be numeric. So under the character menu, I am going to select num. And that right here will take a number from that category, from that categorical variable. And then because if it's not sufficient, I just need to leave it missing. I'm just going to put a period in there. And what this will do is if sufficient data reads sufficient, it will then do the number from number tested. Otherwise, it will be missing. You could, of course, say if sufficient data equals not sufficient, this would be missing, else do the num of num tested and press OK. And press OK again. And then you can see here, character because it's left justified, numeric because it's right justified, and then down here, row 133, you can see that we had insufficient data, and now it is missing in the numeric. I'm going to save my data, and I'm going to create 2 more columns. I am going to look at number resistant. And if you can't keep them separated, this has a space, this does not have a space, you could go ahead and call it num resistant, and that would be then different from number resistant. And we'll do the same here. And while I have this open from num tested, I'm actually just going to open edit formula, and I'm going to copy this formula. So edit, copy, or Control or Command C, and then simply press OK and OK. And now I'm going to go back to my number resistant, formula, edit formula, and in the blue box I can now paste the formula that I had already created for num tested. All I need to do here is press delete in the blue box and put in number resistant and press OK. And so you can see again, we are missing where it's not sufficient, and we are the numeric version of the categorical. And finally, for my last new column, we're going to call this Pur Resistant. And again, I want to do a formula and edit formula. And since the last thing I copied was the formula from num tested, I can simply paste that here again. I can delete num tested, and I can put in % resistant and press OK and press OK. And again, you will see missing data where it's not sufficient and numeric data instead of character data. Make sure to save the data set. And now we can do an analysis of the distribution of our continuous measures. So I've selected all 3 of them, and I'm going to put all 3 in the Y and press OK. And you can see here that I have 177 responses because remember, I know I have 31 missing. I can see my quantiles and my summary statistics. I can see my histograms and my box plots. Once we have the formulas created, we can go ahead and assess our data and determine the relevant statistics that we need for our summaries. And that's coming up in the next video.